Blowing across Nigeria is the wind of hope as Africa's young entrepreneurs with the same dream take a break from their everyday lives and embark on a journey across the nation with their innovations and inventions.
These are equations. You can't find them anywhere in the world. It's an invention.
From the east, west, north, and south of Nigeria, we will witness as they make their way through the screening and auditioning to meet and convince the A.Y.E judges why they should be among the chosen beneficiaries. Meet the judges. Stephen Reed has been in the entrepreneurial ecosystem for 27 years. His company, ENN Africa, partners with radio broadcasters to provide entrepreneurial content across Africa. Rayliat Oyetunde is the CEO consultant at Prince Salt Global Consulting Limited. She is also the Chief Operating Officer of GEM Factor. Tiamara Williams hails from New Zealand. She has spent years developing and delivering a leadership program to disadvantaged youth in Africa. She has also designed personal development program for entrepreneurs.
When you're a creative, you actually have to become a leader. So you have to be very clear about who you are.
Zunad Ahmad is an experienced learning consultant and business advisor with more than 2 decades in sales and public education experience, as well as financial services. And meet the A.Y.E president, Sumi Smart Francis, a serial entrepreneur and investor.
You have the basis of business. Your product is nice and you can sell. On that note, we have no excuse but to support you.
Hello Africa, welcome to the world of A.Y.E.
Africa's young entrepreneurs.
This week, the atmosphere is charged up for the applicants as our indomitable judges are on fire today.
Today's audition is surely going to be one of a kind. Entrepreneurs come here with solutions to problems we didn't even know we had. But not all solutions are acceptable by the A.Y.E judges. Let's meet on today's show Kubiat Efiwart, an accountant who is into sachet water production and needs support to set up her business. But her background in figures doesn't do her justice, as the judges are not too impressed with her business pitch and poor financial projection considering her accounting background.
So you want a loan?
Yes, a loan.
Of how much?
5 million.
Why are you convinced this will sell? As an accountant, have you done some financial projections? Some industry study, especially within this locality, to know whether you will make enough sales to cover your costs and make a profit. Have you done those projections?
Yes, I have. I've visited some factories near me.
What kind of turnover are you looking at from first month to like 6th month? What kind of sales projections?
The packaging machine I bought can produce 2,500 sachets per hour. One bag of 20 sold at 100 naira, 100 naira. Let me say if in a day I get like 100.
If you've done the numbers, you would obviously know at what month you will break even and stuff like that.
Okay, the issue is since I haven't started and prices keep changing.
She doesn't seem to inspire confidence in the minds of these judges.
What is your gross profit of one bag?
It's sold at 100 naira, so the gross profit is like 40 naira.
40, okay.
Really?
You make that much money?
That wide margin?
About that.
I would not entrust my 1 naira with her.
The issues that you guys are having is the fact that our books are not in place and stuff.
Can we prepare our books and help her get the loan? This woman is hardworking. I don't know if you guys believe me, and I think she's disciplined. With that discipline, she would pay that money and no staff of this woman would mess around with her.
I feel that fuzzy around her. It feels so fuzzy.
So it's not just about lending money. If this was an NGO, motherless babies' homes. Yeah, okay, maybe. But you're going to run business. This business will be dead on arrival.
Let's hear their verdict.
I believe that you need to get some mentorship. As far as a loan is concerned, the answer is not now.
What you've just heard, I heard it more than 20 times in my life. And that was what gave me the push. It's this thing about you that I feel that you're very hardworking. And I want you to push that hard work more. And I bet you might not just even need anybody's money anymore. So I wish you all the best.
On a lighter note, we also have an entrepreneur who is here to present his creativity and take up an artistic challenge. Muhyiddin Abdul Kadri has come to set a record-breaking time with his painting.
What can you do in 5 minutes? And we're going to time you.
The same painting.
All right. Set, go.
All right, go ahead.
He has one goal, one target, and one chance to win the judge's heart with his masterpiece.
You risked your own world record-breaking time to turn around and show me a t-shirt of me.
And I'm still doing my
You're
work.
impressed.
I'm impressed.
We're done in 5 minutes. Let's play. Abdul, come on, man. This is great.
This is amazing.
We don't need any more convincing to know that you've got something very special.
Thank you.
To have done this in 5 minutes, you've brought out your creativity, and I strongly believe that someone like this should be supported.
The t-shirt?
Yeah.
How long does that take you to do? Because this is obviously a speed challenge, right?
Please hold it up, I want to see it.
This
Hold it
takes
as you
me
talk.
up to an hour.
There's such a novelty aspect in being able to do something this quickly. I would want this man at a party.
Abdul,
So,
you said it gets better every year. It's about to get best. We're not just going to support you with what you're asking. Personally, I want you to make money. I think there's a lot of things around you. I see money all around you, just money everywhere. So it's not about your request, which is, you can just see it's been granted. It's about making sure that we can bring so much profit out of you that's going to impact lives.
Yeah.
Either you employ or not, all I can pray for is that you be a generous African that gives back to Africa, because you will make money, and the only give back and the only form of appreciation you can give back to A.Y.E is the number of lives that you touch. And I pray that you remember this. On this note, we want to say thank you, and can I please have my t-shirt?
yes.
And now, meet architect John, an eco-friendly businessman who is here to pitch his idea for his product.
Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us about your business, please?
I'm architect John Innocent Onibo, and I'm the CEO of Jobit International Limited. Basically, we are into building solution, also recycling, and I am a businessman.
According to Daily Trust, Nigeria is a consumer-oriented nation with a population of 170 million people. The recyclable industry can be a £20 billion industry and can earn Nigeria 5 trillion naira revenue annually, generating employment opportunities for Nigerian youth.
So what I'm about to present to you now is a new innovation. It's an eco brick. So in Jobit International, what we tend to do is to recycle plastic waste and rubber waste into an alternative construction solution for a permanent, temporary, housing. That is to say, you can use this word to erect school, town halls, or even your home. Now, the whole idea of this is not to send it back the waste to the recycler, but to end the life cycle of such plastic waste by turning to what? An eco brick. It has tongue and groove. It's just like the bricks the children play with. You just install it yourself. You pick this, you install it to the nest, and there you go. Now, the whole idea is that even when the clients want to build, they can do that themselves. You see, now they have cut down the cost of what? Of hiring a laborer. They have cut down the cost of what? Buying water, buying excess cement. If I tell you want to use this, all you need to do is to raise your what? Your foundation. After that, you are good to go with our eco brick.
I think we should hold the brick.
Can I bring it forward?
Yeah, come forward.
With a slightly confident speech, architect John races forward with his product to convince the judges once again.
If someone builds a wall or a house with this, is it as durable as a house or a wall, and is it totally waterproof and sealed?
Mostly it's made from polythene material, which we all know that polythene does not absorb water. So your house doesn't have, your house will not experience any dampness.
But the joints? The
joint, it match well. Yes, here
How about heat? How about heat? Because bricks keep the house cool.
Yes, this should also do the same thing because...
With plastic?
Yes. As I said, we have additives.
Have you had this tested by structural engineers, thermal engineers, those sort of companies and people?
Well, I haven't had that tested by them.
Okay, so let's leave it there. And then what is the difference in price between one of those bricks
regular brick
and a regular brick?
Honestly speaking, sir, while I was constructing this, it didn't cost me up to 300 naira.
If I buy a standard 12-inch by 6,
8 by 6.
Yeah, how much does that one cost?
You get it 150, 180, depend.
So why should I pay 300 naira to buy something that's 1/3 of that size?
Okay, sir, you see, after you must have purchased that, first I said it's an alternative. Secondly, after you must have purchased your brick, your regular brick, remember, you still need your cement. You need to buy a bag of cement. You have to buy a truck of sand. Yeah. You still have to buy water. You still have to employ laborers.
What are you looking for from A.Y.E? We need to get this information. You tell us this thing, just give us a moment.
I need equipment.
Equipment?
Yes, I need equipment because the equipment we have...
That machine you spoke about, right?
The machine.
Have you seen that machine before?
I've seen it online, yes.
Okay, it's online.
I've seen it online.
And how much is it?
It varies. Up to now, I'm not able to cut a good deal with...
The one you want, the machine you need, tell us your need. What is it?
Sorry, sir, I need like 4 machines, what I apply for in your program.
4 machines?
Yes.
What's the amount for those machines?
The amount is really going to cost me up to nothing less than 40 million.
40 million?
Above, yes, sir.
So it's either we give you the cash or we buy it for you, or something like that?
I appreciate it if you buy it for me, sir.
We have, this is very high. Give us a moment. Let's talk about this.
He looks up to the heavens and says a short prayer. John nervously wipes his face as he is unsure if his business idea will see the light of day or be buried underground like waste.
The Standard Organization of Nigeria needs to say this is okay for building. And I haven't seen that, so that's what really, got me thinking. But as to whether he's innovative, there's no doubt about that.
I think he hasn't done enough groundwork. You can't plan to go commercial with something that you have not really tested. But I might be building a heated room without knowing. If I use a plastic-based brick, I might just be building an uncomfortable house. And so really, he hasn't done some enough groundwork to bring this. He's not ready for go-to-market stage.
I believe so too.
Yeah, a lot more research should be done, that's what I think.
I think that the idea is more exciting being presented to us than it really is. I'm not I'm not sold at all. I've been involved in various alternative building methods. I know you have as well. And I think when it gets tested that it's going to fail anyway.
Well, congratulations on being as innovative as you have been.
Thank you.
What the general feeling is that this is a little bit early for going into the market. And so what we would like is for you to put an application in for a research grant from A.Y.E, yeah? We're pretty confident that there would be a research grant for you because you need to do a lot of testing on this. You need to go to the right bodies and get it certified as safe and all of those things. And then once you've done all of that, then it might be the moment, you know, and it's shown up as safe and, you know, you need to know that it's healthy for people to live inside a plastic house and all of that, you know, and it's not going to fall down. Yeah. So thank you for coming. Thank you for your time and good luck.
African young entrepreneurs. In my view, this is one of the most innovative ideas coming out of Africa because it addresses perhaps the most crucial issue in African economic development, which is how to leverage on knowledge, creativity, and innovation to leapfrog ahead, or at least to be at par with many of the developed economies within the shortest possible time. The evidence shows that the dramatic Asian economic turnaround of the last 2 decades was the result of entrepreneurial innovation and creativity within an incrementally conducive business environment. So the role of government and its regulatory agencies is also important, especially in ensuring ease of doing business and providing incentives for entrepreneurial activity. The Nigerian government is committed to playing this role actively, and this is why we fully identify with and encourage A.Y.E's objectives.
Dear Kololami is a baker. She has approached A.Y.E for industrial equipment to expand her bakery business. The CIA agent is here to confirm if her business is real.
Yeah, so basically, you applied for a loan or grant, and that is why I'm here, because we investigate every business for everyone who applied to the organization. So I know it might be a little bit of a shock, but I would need to actually talk to you about your business, the structure, why you need X amount of money, and then what we can do for you.
Great.
And to make sure everything works. Okay?
I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Come on, let's go.
My name is Dear Kololami Ademuwagun. I am 35 years old. I'm from Ondo State. My educational background, I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. And I love to bake. This is my passion, and this is what I do now for a living. I've been in business for 5 years now. Business has been tough, really. It's been so tough because it's capital intensive, and all I've been left to do is just to work with the skills that I have, with what I've learned, because I'm passionate about it enough. Basically, that's why I'm even still in the business. And so for me to hear about A.Y.E, it gave me a hope that, okay, I can do this the way I've dreamed of it and the way I've always wanted it.
We just finished talking to Miss Dearco right now. Very interesting personality. She does hope that the A.Y.E organization can put its stamp, as it always does in most businesses.
Let's meet Olasukomi Bamboje, who is here hoping to draw 5 million naira grants from A.Y.E.
My name is Bangboje Olasukomi, CEO of Suzrem Farms. Suzrem Farms is into poultry farming and catfish farming.
The sales of eggs run throughout the year, and the profit is about 70 to 85% returns on investment. Poultry Association of Nigeria, PAN, has said that domestic eggs production in Nigeria has reached 10.3 billion eggs per annum, making the country the largest producer of eggs in Africa.
Currently now, Suzrem Farms has a production capacity that can take 5,000 layers, 1,000 broilers, and 20,000 catfish to table size. But due to scarceness of funds, we currently have just about 500 layers in our pen now. We have about 200 broilers and 1,500 catfish. And currently we have demand from customers, corporate customers and retail customers, that requires us to supply 600 crates of egg weekly. But we can only produce 90 crates weekly. And that 600 crates is excluding some national malls that require us to supply on a monthly basis. So we always have a difference of about 510 crates every week to outsource from other farms around. And in place of outsourcing from those farms, gives us indirect loss position of about 510,000 naira. Because by that, we are enriching those farms to increase their profitability. And as it is now, we supply products like this to Spa, Pack and Shop, and they have 13 outlets in Nigeria. And each of the stores requires us to supply about 600 crates of egg also on a monthly basis. So over a period of time, we realized that the best thing for us is just to increase our production. And that's why we decided to come for the A.Y.E program and request for a grant of 5 million naira to increase our production and reduce our outsourcing.
With a seemingly strong delivery, he hopes to convince the judges that his farming business requires more funds.
It's a company that you're running. And
Yes,
when you
sir.
say we, are you in partnership with someone or it's your business?
When I say we, I mean me and my team members, but it's my business, my employees.
How many employees do you have?
6, including myself.
Where is the farm?
In Kaduna State.
Why don't you outrightly go to a bank?
I had a plan with a bank, Financial Institution in Nigeria. We had an agreement I should go ahead and put the structures in place and they're going to provide for me the working capital. By the point we finished, I also got the CFO of the property processed by Kaduna State government. But by the time we finished, the bank came up with stories that unless our CFO is ready, they can't give us a facility. So the issue of collateral became a challenge. I wrote a mail to all the bank MDs in Nigeria. I sent a mail to all of them. Few of them responded to me. So instead of waiting for the big money to come, I had to just inflow some funds for myself and start small.
Fidelity Bank MD Nnamdi Okonkwo needs more clarity.
Any idea of your annual turnover as at now?
We run about 2,400 crates every month.
Okay.
And annually, that's almost about 30,000 crates.
How much does that bring in a month?
Well, the thing is, in a month, because most of those eggs are not produced by us, we outsource. On 510 crates weekly, we only make income of about 40 naira on every crate.
Okay.
Now,
so this means, this leads me to believe that you don't keep proper records yet. You don't have proper accounting practice yet.
A shocking revelation. Olasukomi just realized a huge mistake that might cost him his chances of getting the funds.
Can you give us a moment and we'll call you back in?
It's a boiling point moment for him as he awaits the judge's decision.
You know, he has the contacts and he has the orders for large quantities, right? And in the meantime, what he could be doing is actually being the collector from all the small providers and just building that, because, you know, if he builds those relationships, he can actually meet up with the orders.
Yes.
And then he can build his finances in the meantime and then finance his own growth as it happens. So it just seems to me like an immediate way that he can resolve the issue.
I'm challenged that he's chosen 3 different types of farming. So I believe it's all about the eggs, because that's what he started with and named his customers, where the others he said, and I've got an order for 2 tons, whatever. So I agree with Tia, there's a couple of different levels in the egg production value chain. One of them can be a distributor. So I don't know if these eggs, I can't see from here, are graded by weight. You know, he can go and collect, he can grade by weight. There's tons of stuff. As the farms grow, there's broken eggs. He can collect all of those. They get sold off to make mayonnaise. There's tons and tons of opportunities in distribution.
I'm thinking of structure. I'm thinking of focus. I'm thinking of maybe this guy works so hard. He has the bright ideas, he has the contacts, he has the demand. But if you do not have simple bookkeeping, a lot can go wrong.
Sukomi returns to accept his fate.
Mr. Sukomi, you'll get money, but you have to work for it.
A.Y.E. president lands the first blow.
I thought your presentation was fabulous. And then you said you don't know your turnover figures and all of this.
Yeah.
And I was bitterly disappointed. You've got 3 parts to your business.
Yes, sir.
Right? Eggs, broilers, and catfish.
Broilers, layers, and catfish.
Broilers, layers, and catfish. That's your whole business.
Yes, sir.
What's the turnover for your whole business?
Turnover in terms of sales?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I don't have a figure.
So do you understand what we're saying? So if you ask me how old I am, because today is my birthday, right?
Yes.
If you ask me that, I would say I'm 47, right?
Yes.
So I know the big picture. That's the big picture. That's a number you should know.
Another painful blow delivered by Stephen Reed.
There are softwares you could even download from certain websites to help you with your bookkeeping. So those are the prelims we think you don't have right now.
What is important when you are even going to communicate to people around your business? What anybody will ask you, how much money have you made? That's the first question they ask you. How much revenue are you generating? And even if you go to the banks to talk to them, the first thing they ask you is, what's your turnover? What's your margin? How much profit are you making? You have to have those things inside.
How much time that we have. And right now, I don't think we have any more time left.